back in the day, commercial for kids. If you were born in, you were raised in the '80s, you know what I'm talking about. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AC, A.K.A. Joker. Please subscribe. Please, drop a comment, whatever. Um, Listen, the job market today sucks. Absolutely sucks. ASS. Um, and it's been going on for years. People really thinking the job market just absolutely started sucking during, 2025. But everybody forgot about the pandemic. The pandemic really destroyed people's opportunity to work, you know, because it actually destroyed the job market and forced people to go on unemployment. And once they forced people to go on unemployment, that means a lot of people were shutting down their businesses. That means if it has to do with big businesses or small, well, really honestly, not big businesses. Big businesses got the bigger loans, and the small businesses really got PPP loans, but a lot of them really actually didn't get their PPP loans because they were denied. Because a lot of people have said they have been denied when they filled out their PPP loans and stuff for their PPP loans. They got denied. And for me, I believe the PPP loans were actually a setup to lock people up. But that's just my opinion. But let's go back to the jobs. Um, a lot of people struggle for work. Even me, after I had to leave my job because of my heart surgery that I had, I had to leave my job. And it was kind of hard, really, really hard for me because I had to go back and I was living with my sister at the time, and I was paying rent. I wasn't paying a lot of rent, but once you end up spending all your money and your savings, you can't pay your rent. So you try your best to not, tell the person that you live with that you lost your job. But in the coming 2 years, uh, my sister found out, and I got me and her had a big argument. I was just living with her. I was living with her wife too, and she put me out. But the thing is that I had a good friend, an amazing friend, that helped me, get through all my problems. Even though I tried my best to try to look for a job, it was hard. I mean, the job market was ass. Even though my resume wasn't great, because I didn't work that much throughout my life because I've been sick due to heart issues and everything else. It was really hard for me. I mean, I cried. You know what I mean? I thought of, hurt myself and all the other kind of stuff. I almost did. I ended up in a mental institution, for 4 days, and it really changed me as a person. Even though I had a daughter at the time, loved my daughter to death, but I really didn't think about that at the time. When you're broke and you don't have nothing, and I was homeless at the time because my sister put me out. Uh, it really, really, it really, you have to blame yourself. You can't blame anybody else. Nobody can, you can't find nobody else to blame but yourself. And that's what I did. I blamed everybody. I blamed everybody for my woes. You know what I mean? Why I didn't get a job, why I wasn't getting no money, why I wasn't getting kicked out of homes and stuff like that. But then, my best friend that I knew for 35 years, he helped me. And I got back on my feet, not by working because I was sick. I have I'm really, really sick, so I had gotten uh, a DB. So um, I'm not proud of it, but that's the only way you can survive. Because it's your money. So basically, that you're living off of your money. Even for Social Security, you're still living off your money. But the thing is that a lot of people can't get disability, and a lot of people can't get Social Security because a lot of people are still young, and a lot of people are losing their jobs are really, really young. They're in their 30s, probably in their late 20s, and like I said, the job market is so like not for this generation. I believe the job market is for a lot of the older generation, like in their 40s, like in their late 40s and 50s, because they're looking for people that have experience. I mean, way more experience than you coming out of college and you have like 15 degrees. It really doesn't matter anymore because sometimes I think it's just looking for people that are older so they can pay less. Because the younger generation is looking for more money. They're not just looking for jobs, they're looking for more money. They're looking for bigger payouts, at these jobs. I mean, they believe they should make it like 40, 50, $60 an hour. And when I was growing up, people were making at least about 14, 15, probably 17, 18, 19, $20 an hour. and we really didn't care because we were living off of that money because that money was easy to live off of. Now everything's fucking expensive. Everything is just fucking expensive. And way before Donald Trump became president of the United States, everything was expensive. We just didn't see it that way because we think Biden was keeping everything low price and everything like that. But things were expensive. People were, like I said before, people wasn't buying the essential things that they need. People were buying like Prada, Louis Vuitton, and buying expensive shit that they didn't fucking need. Buying Range Rovers, buying cars that are expensive as hell they couldn't afford, buying homes that were expensive that they couldn't afford, plus couldn't afford the home or the taxes on the home or the land. People just putting out money like crazy, and they will get these nice ass apartments knowing that the landlord can raise the rent at any fucking time he or she wanted to. You know what I mean? So when we really start talking about that that we're broke is when we can't pay our rent. We can't pay our bills because we know that everything's going to get higher. Everything's not going to stay the same. And it's not because of Donald Trump, it's because of other presidents too that made the economy fucked up. And the economy been fucked up for a very long time. And us spending money on things that they sell, because remember, the United States is nothing but sell products to us that we can't afford because, they always want the rich to come in here and buy stuff that is expensive. But you got the regular middle class, you got the regular, you got the regular poor that can't afford any of these things. We get our little food stamps. Still, everything's fucking high. Everybody runs out of food stamps within a week because they're paying so much shit for even food through their food stamps. Then people will get a little check, from probably a stimulus check because everybody's waiting for their $5,000 check. I believe when people get that $5,000 check, we're gonna do the same thing during the pandemic. We're gonna be lazy and we're not gonna do shit. Cause that $5,000 in our pocket is gonna probably try to hold us over probably for not even for a month, probably for a few weeks. Cause people gonna go through that money like bag of popcorn. They're gonna go through that shit quick because people, like I said before, we are not stable enough to buy stuff that we really need to survive. Like household essentials and toiletries and things that we need that we really need, like water, food for our children. We need to get things that's essential to us, but we don't do that. We buy things that we don't need. Like we shouldn't even try to even put that in our, when we go to Amazon, we don't need to put that in our shopping cart, but we do anyway because we are big spenders, and we always been big spenders. The United States is a big spending country. Like you come here, you're going to spend money. You're going to spend a lot of money because everything's expensive. Hotels, motels, restaurants, shopping centers, malls. They're expensive as shit. You can't just walk in there with like $5. You gotta go there with like a couple thousand, and you're gonna leave out of that with you're gonna be broke. And people are looking for jobs like, oh my God, I can't find this job or this job is not. But everybody's on the internet. Everybody is on the internet. Everybody's trying to get that money off the internet. Everybody's trying their best to be a TikTok sensation, YouTube sensation, or some type of internet sensation. Maybe some people will reach their goal and some people won't because people just give the fuck up because they know it's hard to do it that way. Ever since the internet was created in 2004, and it was so hard. Like YouTube was created in 2004. It was so hard, for a lot of things to happen on YouTube because YouTube wasn't even based like you can get on there and you can make videos and like that until like at least about the mid 2000s when they started letting people make videos and how many videos you make, you'll probably get paid off of them. That's what people do. If somebody else watching a video, somebody said, yeah, OnlyFans. That's the only way you probably can make money because OnlyFans is making more money than people working a regular job. So you got men thinking about doing OnlyFans. It used to be the woman thing, but now women are making millions of dollars off of just taking off their socks and just showing their feet. They're making $1 million. Guys thinking, damn, maybe if I take off my socks, I could make $1 million. Maybe if I take off, maybe I cut my head bald. Maybe I get a couple thousand. But people know that the internet is probably the biggest workplace right now. People really honestly don't want to work. And people will say, oh, yes, I do. I don't think nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to work at home. People are trying to find jobs that they work at home. So once you get the jobs that you work at home, like I said, Donald Trump said something very interesting. He said people don't want to work in the office no more. They want to work at home. And that makes it look kind of weird that, people want to make all this money, but, people want to be separated from each other trying to make money. And I understand people are scared of the pandemic still. After the pandemic been 4 years, everybody think COVID's still popping around everywhere, and everybody think everybody's going to get COVID because everybody coughs and sneezes, and people are not very clean. But I still want to know what happened before COVID. Like everybody was dirty, nasty, sneezing all over everybody, and people didn't really give a fuck. Even they're working at their workplace. I see people were carrying around Lysol, probably some Lysol wipes. They're wiping down every fucking thing, but that really didn't matter. You know what I mean? But now everybody's separate from the workplace. People thinking, okay, I want a job, but I want to work at home. I don't want to work at a workplace. I don't want to. It's not good for me. It's not good for my health. And now you're getting to a situation that you can't find a job because now jobs are actually telling you need to come to the workplace. You mean honestly? People say, "Well, I got all these degrees." I'm like, I really don't think they care about how many degrees you got. I mean, yes, people will say, "Well, they say I'm overqualified." I don't even think that. I think people don't want to work in a workplace anymore. I think people are trying to find jobs where they can stay at home and they can work at home, and they're not finding them type of jobs anymore. They're finding jobs that they want you to go to work, like the hospitals, like like Amazon, like places. Those are people. Really, people don't really go after them places that much. I know women are more likely to be nurses. Men are probably trying to be nurses, but you see the workplace that men and women are doing now. They want to stay home. They want to stay with their family. They want to be able to do whatever they want while they're home. I'm not saying it's wrong. I believe sometimes you should have. Sometimes you stay at home and sometimes you go to work. And you know why? It'll help out you when you're dealing with stress. So you want to see that person that you work with every motherfucking day. And you don't got to deal with all that bullshit that person is bringing to you, or even your boss. I mean, you could probably just see him on a motherfucking screen. That's better than seeing him face to face. You know what I mean? Because you could just mute that and just walk off and do something the fuck else. Then come back and say, "Oh, my bad, I had to go to the bathroom." But they can't do nothing to you. I mean, so I think sometimes it's good, but I also think sometimes it's bad because I think sometimes people need to get the fuck out the house and and get exercise. You know what I mean? And get some sun. You know, and honestly, you staying at home, what you doing? You're doing the same thing that you would probably do at work. You'll probably actually be sitting there just like looking at a screen like you're doing at home. It's nothing different. But construction jobs are probably not really hiring people anymore. They're getting their own people. You know what I mean? They're actually getting there, and plus they got these schools now that they actually are hiring through schools. Like you see mechanic schools. Mechanic schools are hiring people actually that through these schools. A lot of people don't understand about college. College doesn't give you the tools to get a job. It doesn't. It really doesn't. People have all these degrees and like 20,000 pieces of paper. Like I said, why do we waste our time going to college knowing when we graduate we don't get none of the jobs that we need? People be going to jobs being a lawyer. People going to jobs to be people going to school to do all these type of things, but they never get a job. Like they come here, oh my God, I went through like 9 jobs and I put my application and I brought my resume and I brought my degrees and everything, and they told me I was too overqualified. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That's not because like my daughter mom wanted to be a doctor. Like she could have been a doctor if she didn't get pregnant by me, but she could have been a doctor because she went to school to be a doctor. But the thing about it is she didn't come out to be a doctor. She came out to be a teacher. Even though she got that job being a teacher, but it wasn't what she really wanted to do. And her education that she had, when she got her like 3 pairs of masters, she still didn't get the job that she wanted. And she got 3 masters. And she's making less money than she will make if she had used them 3 masters to get the job that she wanted. That would make her a lot of money, but she didn't get them jobs. Because it wasn't about her being overqualified. At the time, I believe these jobs really don't want to hire people, and want to give them the money that they want. Because, sometimes when you go to these jobs, they always ask you, well, what do you want to make? How much do you want to make? You want to make this, or you want to make that? And then when you say, yeah, I want to make this amount, like, wow, you're asking a little bit too much. You're too overqualified. We can't hire you. It's sad though because a lot of people are very good. People are really good at their jobs that they used to do, or that they are doing now. It's just now they're losing them because the economy is so trash. It's crazy how the economy is so messed up that people can't just put their foot in the door and go say, I'm gonna go and see if I can get this job. Because remember, they used to have job wanting persons all over the fucking place. And now you see these job wanted posters. You go and take the one off the window and go in there and ask them, "Oh, are y'all hired?" "Oh no, that's been up there for a week now. We were going to take that down. We already hired our people." Like, hold on. Even if it says on your website you're hiring, oh, that we got to change that. And that's a damn shame because people really be out there looking. I mean, looking. People try to do anything now. They don't care. And I'm like, well, you gotta understand what the immigrants go through. Immigrants work and do anything to make money. They don't give a fuck what they do to make money. Nowadays, people basically complain there's no jobs. And say, well, oh, the immigrants are taking our jobs. Well, the reason why they're taking the jobs because you're not trying to take the jobs that they are taking, that they're doing. Like now, you need a job, so why won't you work to same jobs that they work? But because you don't want to make that less money, you want to make that money. You could have you could have a life, you could have a good way of living. But see, immigrants don't care. They work for anything. Like anybody that needs money, they will do any fucking. They'll clean shit. You know what I mean? They'll fucking work in a fucking sewer. You know what I mean? They will work in with bodies. They don't care as long as they making money. We always are picky about the jobs that we want. We want this job with this much money. We see 14, 15, 15, 16, $17 an hour or 20 or $30 an hour. We go run for them jobs. But we don't go to run for the jobs that we really need the money. Like even if it's 14, $15 an hour, that still fucking adds up if you save your money. But no, but people want to spend their money on expensive stuff. I mean, people want to live the glamorous life, even though they're, how hard the economy is and how the minimum wage is never going to move. But people want that high, expensive, paid off job. I went to college. I should be able to get this high, expensive job. No, because the economy's fucked up and the employers are not going to give you that fucking money. They don't care how much education you got. They don't care. I mean, they used to. They used to want you to have your diploma. They want you to have your. They want you to have your diploma. They wanted you to have something like a piece of paper or master, associate. They want you to have something. Nowadays, like, oh, okay, we don't even care anymore. Even when you go to these job searches, you know that they don't even look at your application. They don't. They number your application now. They give you a grade on your application. So a lot of people's application is probably really, really good, but the job might think that your application is trash. And you probably got like 15 masters. They don't care. And a job could be like you make at least about $40 to $50 an hour, but you know what? They're not going to give you that money. But see, the jobs that actually are giving you 14, $15 an hour, people don't want to work. And them jobs are sitting the fuck out there too. Them jobs are sitting out there. Like I said, you could make money. It's just that you gotta want to make money. You can't just sit there and say, "Oh, this job's not hiring me." You know why? Because you want the expensive shit. You want to live the glamorous life. You want to drive the nice cars. You want to be living in the nice apartments, knowing that that motherfucking shit is going to take a lot of money out of your pocket. You pay more rent in your life than you pay any other fucking bill. So basically, 75 to 80% of your fucking check goes to rent. I mean, your bills are always, and I always say this. People will say, "Oh, my bills are high." I believe your bills are low. I think your rent is higher than your bills. Your rent will always be higher than your phone bill, be higher than any other bill that you have, unless you got a phone that you got to pay $1,000 a month for in a bill. Unless you got to pay $2,000 or $3,000 for a car, that'd be ridiculous because you're not smart enough to save your money, to use your money the way you're supposed to use your money. Because your rent is the most important because you need a place to stay. You don't want to live in your car. I mean, what's your rent going? What's your bills going? What's your cell phone going to do for you when you're homeless? Nothing. I mean, what the fuck is that? Well, no, because you need a house to stay. And people will say, "Oh, well, you know what I mean? I want to have a nice apartment." But right now, listen, dog, I live in this little small ass little room. You know what I mean? Pay $500 a month, and I pay a fucking small ass fucking room. Fuck it, it's mine. I don't give a fuck. Like it was hard for me to get used to because I always want my own apartment. But I'm happy here because it's mine. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people are like, "Oh my god, oh wow, am I living in this small house? Oh my god, I'm paying $1,000 for motherfucker." A lot of these rooms that you see nowadays is more than $1,000. They got rooms smaller than my room that you got to pay probably at least about 3,000. You know what I mean? And it's not even furnished. It's not even has nothing in it. It's all just wall painted. And that's it. And you gotta just bring your shit in there. You can't bring your animal in there. Because animals gonna cost a lot of money to have an animal in your apartment nowadays. They want you to pay $500 to have a cat or a dog in your crib. And even they be fucking looking to see if your cat and dog ripped up the walls or the furniture or something so they can make you pay right after you fucking leave. So I wouldn't even care about that shit. Cause sometimes you just gotta live on your own sometimes until you get enough money to get what you can get. Cause it's hard enough out here in this world to survive every day. That people keep sitting up there complaining about, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, because we don't know how to spend money. We don't know how to save money. Saving money is probably the hardest thing for a person. Because we're never ever going to get up to like about 20,000, 30,000. And if you do, that'd probably be great because you actually know how to save. A lot of people don't know how to save money because they know the highest thing in what they have to pay for is their rent. Your way of living, like you want to buy the Prada, you want to buy the Gucci, you want to buy all the expensive shit in the world, but you know when that first of the month hit, you got to pay that rent or you got to pay that mortgage. And those are the two things people dread paying for. Is mortgage and rent. They don't care about phone bill because you get your phone turned off, you can turn it back on. You can get your fucking TV, you get your internet turned off, you can turn that shit the fuck back on. You know what I mean? But when it comes to your house, your car, you could get your car taken. You'll do is just buy another motherfucking car off the lot, and that's probably gonna be like at least about $200 or $300. You can buy a car. You could buy cheap ass cars. That's if you want to buy a cheap car. You can pay under $1,000 for a cheap car. And the thing about it is, people don't understand your rent is going to be more than all that shit put together, and your mortgage, and the taxes on the fucking land. Once you pay off the house, you still got to pay for the taxes on the land. So you still putting money out there. But like I said before, people want to be expensive and material things and not worry about the things that really counts is your house. You don't want to be homeless. You think about more people probably think about as being homeless than anything the fuck else. They know that they don't pay that mortgage by the end of the month or probably 3 months after that. They know they're going to come, the bank is going to come to take the house. People don't really give a fuck about the car being taken. People really don't give a fuck if the internet gets turned off. People really don't give a fuck about the phone getting turned off because you can turn that shit the fuck back on once you pay your bill. It'll turn right back on. You'll probably pay a late fee, but so the fuck what? People will pay a late fee to get their phone turned back on. People will pay their late fee to get the internet turned back on. People will pay a late. People won't buy a new car by just going saying at home, "Well, yo, you selling this fucking car right here? How much you want for it? Oh, I want 300 for it. Okay, I'm buying it right now because I need a car." You know what I mean? But people ain't doing that. So people doing that more now. And you see people like, oh well, my rent too high. Motherfucker, that's the reason why you should be saving your money to pay your rent and your mortgage. Because those are the two things you know are more important than any other fucking shit. Besides your kids. And feed your kids. Make sure your kids have good health plans. You know what I mean? Good insurance. And everything else your kids need. But after that, during that time that you got to pay your mortgage and you got to pay your rent, you know once you don't pay your rent, landlord gonna tell you, look, you're gonna get evicted in a few days if you don't pay your rent, because they have the right and authority to do that. Like the bank has the right and authority to tell you you better pay your rent, or you're gonna pay your mortgage, you're gonna get kicked the fuck out. Like I said before, all that other shit you can be worried about. You don't have to worry about that other shit. Having your daughter phone on and having your son's phone on and having, all that don't mean that you can turn that shit back the fuck on once you pay your motherfucking bill. You don't have to worry about it, because you all need to do is when they turn it off, you can wait a fucking month and turn it the fuck back on. Like nothing fucking happened. Like your phone never got fucking turned off or your internet never got turned the fuck off. But that's what people worry about. People just don't understand like the way people when they work today, we don't know how to save money, and I put myself included. It's hard to save money because you know you want something, you know you can't have that shit. You try to step back and say, you know what, I want that motherfucking nice ass shirt right there, but you know you can't get it because that shirt's like $50. So you go to Former Mills, you want to sneak to Former Mills and get that same shirt probably for $20. But even Former Mills is even high now. Modell's is even hard now. Modell's don't exist. Former Mill's still expensive. There's a lot of stores that are like small. Even thrift stores are expensive. You see, everything is getting expensive. But we want to have it so bad. So we try our best to look through our money. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Okay, I'm gonna separate this, separate that, knowing that your rent is next month, knowing your mortgage is next month, and you can't get that, but you buy it anyway. Now you're mad at yourself that you bought that, but now you don't have enough to pay your rent. So you gotta ask your mom, You ask your grandma, you ask your cousins, you ask your best friend, you ask them to help you pay your rent. And it's fucked up because they're like, damn man, did you just fucking just did you just say you had money to pay your rent? Oh well, I have seen this shirt. It was really nice. Yeah, I mean it was about $50 and I needed it. What do you fucking need a shirt for? You could make that same motherfucking shirt. You could make that same fucking Gucci shirt. You could make that same Prada shirt. All you had to do is go online. They'll tell you how they made the fucking shirt, and you duplicate that same fucking shirt. Or you could find that same shirt in a thrift store. Oh, I had to have the real thing. This is what our mind is. This is what we fuck up with. This is what we mess up with when it comes to saving money. This is the reason why jobs are so hard to find. And when people get the job, they lose as soon as they get the fucking job. People don't keep their jobs long. People think they keep their jobs for like 50 years and shit. I'm not talking about the older generation. My generation, we kept our jobs for a long period of time. The only reason why we kept our jobs for a long period of time because it was really harder to find people to work. Today, you really can't find people that want to work because people don't want to do the job that immigrant like I said what immigrants do. Immigrants work their ass off regardless if you say that they're this and this and this and this and this and this, but they make money because they work the jobs that we don't want to do. Like a climb a tall thousand high light bulb, a pole to change a light bulb for $2,000 a day. Just imagine you changing a light bulb. You changing light bulbs that are 1,000 feet high, and you get $2,000 a day. Nobody will do it. Oh, it's too high. The wind's blowing too hard. What if I fall? Do I get insurance? Can I sue? That's all we worry about. We worry about ourselves, then saying, okay, well, I got to pay my rent, or I got to pay my car note, or I got to pay for my child's this and this. But I worry about how high that fucking pole is and how hard it is the wind's blowing to change the light bulb. But the motherfucking immigrants, they'll go up that motherfucker with no fucking harness on and change the light bulb. I see immigrants on fucking cleaning off motherfucking windows that are thousands of feet high with a swing, being on a fucking swing. And they don't bitch. They clean sewers, they clean your shit, they clean horse shit, they clean dog, cat shit. That's what they do. They don't care. They'll sit behind a computer all day. You see the motherfucking scammers out there. They sit out there all day long scamming people, and they're fucking half of them are fucking immigrants. But they don't care. They're making money. But we complain about, oh my God, but why I'm not making over $15 an hour, nigga, because you don't want to, you want to make $15 an hour. No, you can't find a job like that. So once you work the motherfucking minimum jobs that you could probably save your money and probably, keep putting your resumes in while you're working and you'll probably find a better job. But sometimes people don't even think that way. I didn't even think that fucking way. I mean, basically, I'll tell you, I was a fucking loser at the time when I was looking for jobs. I had to have people help me find jobs. And the jobs I didn't even want to fucking work. But now I understand why people don't like immigrants or anybody that works a job that makes, that even though they make a little bit of money, because immigrants don't make that much money, when they make a little bit of money, but they save their money, and next thing you know, you see that motherfucker driving a Range Rover, or you see that motherfucker person that's an immigrant that's driving a nice ass truck or a car that has a nice ass house. They go and get their fucking stay of the United States, get their green card, and you see them driving around in nice ass cars. You be like, oh my God, the government is letting them come into our country and letting them do anything they fucking want. But they work. There's a difference. The Mexicanos is up there on the roofs in the fucking middle of the fucking summer, cleaning, putting tar on a roof when it's like 100 degrees outside. I watch Mexicanos actually freaking build a house within a whole fucking week. Not just a house, a row house. Within a week. Without not even complaining, not taking a day off, coming and going to work every month fucking early in the morning, and they leave late at night because they can build that house so they can go on to the next project that they can make money. But us, we complain. We want everything to be given to us with, okay, President Trump, give us what we want. Biden, give us what we want. Obama, Bush Jr., give us what we want. We want everything. We don't want to work hard for shit. We don't want to get calluses on our hands. People forgot about the calluses. People forgot about the feet hurting. People forgot about the knees hurting when they cut off of work. They're tired of shit. They want to get to bed. They don't give a fuck about eating. They don't give a fuck about being around no kids. They want to go to bed. Once they walk through that door, they want to go and get in that bed and go to sleep because they worked all day getting their hands bloody, cut up, blistered, calluses, because those are the ones they don't have like that anymore. They don't have them type of workers anymore. They don't have them workers that come home drenched with sweat, dirty. Even the women that worked in fucking that work behind the typewriter or work behind a computer all day. That's all they looked at was the screen. That's all they looked at all day. They getting what's that thing they go in their hands? I forgot what they got that shit. What they got in carpal tunnel. They tired. They've been in the computer all day. They don't have that motherfucking tables they used to sit that stands up and people can stand up and work. They didn't have them type of tables. They used to sit in the chair all day. They come home tired. We don't have them type of people that work like that anymore. Because everybody wants to have their own way at their own job. They think they feel like, oh, since the pandemic happened, I want what I want. The pandemic really should keep us home. I believe that people should be working outside every fucking day. I believe sometimes people should work at home, but I believe people need to get the fuck out. That's why people get sick. Being home and being stressed out at home. You're more stressed out at home than you are when you're at work. But people want to stay home all day, thinking that they're missing something. It's like a little kid that don't want to go nowhere. Mom, I don't want to go nowhere. Don't want to leave the don't want to leave the mall because they want to stay in the mall because they just feel like the mall's more fun to be at than home. But now we want to stay home and don't want to go nowhere. This is how we gotten lazy. Because people used to go to work and then when they got home, they wanted to go out somewhere. They didn't want, even especially the weekend. When they got home, they wanted to go to the club, they wanted to go to the bar. You know, women wanted to go and meet men, guys wanted to meet girls because the weekend was our time off. Now we staying in the house and laying back sleeping all day and not doing nothing. Or we working and we're just sitting in front of a computer, but we're home. And we don't get the chance to do anything and be by ourselves. I get that time to release that stress. That's why I'm like, that's why the immigrants are always outside somewhere. They're always outside. I see them all the time, man. I see them walking down the street. I see them catching the bus all the time. And you know what? They always have their hands with gloves on, hard hats, boots. Like, I see all of them be sitting up there talking to each other, communicating with each other. You know what I mean? You know, driving around in their truck. I saw these two Mexicans today driving in a truck with a fucking sign on their trucks with a hammer on it. And they were going to fix some shit. Because they don't fucking complain. None of the, like I say, no foreigner complains. They don't complain. Why would they complain? Not because that they are not supposed to be here. They don't complain because they know that they're going to get some money. They're going to send it away to their family, or they're going to try to save their money to try to get a green card so they can come and stay in America and start their own business. Because a lot of them do that shit. I know a lot of them that will stay here, get their green card, start their business, and we get mad. Oh my God, why they start a business in America? Why can't they just go and start a business somewhere else? Oh my God, they're taking all our jobs. What jobs are they taking from us? I always want to know what jobs are they taking from us? The jobs that we don't want to do. The jobs that we think that is like, oh, I'm not doing that shit. Are you serious? Are they think I'm going to do that? For what? No, I ain't doing that. You got to pay me a lot more money to do that. Oh, you want me to work in a sewer? You want me to clean that and this? You want me to fucking sit on a swing outside of a damn skyscraper and clean a window? Are you serious? I'm not saying people ain't out there working hard because there are always some people out there working hard every motherfucking day. But the thing about it is that when people start complaining about jobs being lost and how we're not making more money than to make this, to get this and get that, but we know why we're not getting that much money. Because the jobs out there that has a lot of money, we don't want because they know the jobs are not going to be you sitting in the house all fucking day and pressing the computer keys. They know those are not the type of jobs that are going to be making you a lot of money. And if you do get a lot of money from that job, you probably have the experience. But most people don't have the experience. So sometimes you have to just take a job that's just there. I'm not just talking about you working inside of a restaurant or working at Popeyes, because there's more jobs out there. And just people don't want to take the jobs that are fucking out there that is supposed to make them good money to have a great life. Because they're out there. But there's a lot of jobs that, like I said, the jobs that people pick are the ones they want to stay home and work. That's why the internet is so popular. Just imagine if we didn't have the internet, everybody be fucking working. Just imagine if we didn't have TikTok, we didn't have Instagram, or have any of these applications that we have on our phones. Imagine we didn't have a phone. Imagine we didn't have the internet. Everybody be fucking working. Everybody will have a job. But since the internet is taking over, now they are making computers take over jobs. They just, I think it was some store had a big ass computer screen that was asking, what do you want to eat? Blah, blah, blah. Now you got this computer loading and telling you that you didn't order this. And actually, do you want extra fries? Like, that's used to be a person. But now they're taking over our jobs. We want to talk about the immigrants taking over jobs. Why don't we talk about the fucking computers taking over our jobs? Why don't we talk about AI? AI is the ones really taking over our jobs. The AI is the ones that actually have these computers working at motherfucking supermarkets, working as cashiers. They even got robots all over the fucking place working, and we are sitting there talking about immigrants. Why are we not complaining about them robots, them AI that's actually taking all our jobs, taking all our money? Not really, honestly, not taking any money because they work for free. It's free labor, but we are sitting up there like, oh, why can't we get a job? Well, you see that robot over there? That motherfucker robot is sitting there on a cashier register, and that's the reason why you're not getting a job. It's that motherfucker 200-pound robot that's probably counting your money fucking wrong and giving you the wrong change. You can't argue with them either, because you know you can't argue with a robot, because a robot's going to ignore the living shit out of you. Human beings are not capable of working anymore, so they know this. So they're giving jobs to robots, to AI robots. You go to the supermarket. When you go to the supermarket, all you hear is, "What do you need?" Oh, you got these robots. They got that fucking shit in Japan, China, and some of it's here in America. I'm done, everybody. I have to go to the bathroom. I really need to go. So I'll talk to everybody later. Bless you. And please, please, never mind. Bless. I have to go to the bathroom. God damn. Whew, now I'm starting to go to the bathroom now. Are you fucking serious?